Hi there, it's Susan Specht Oram with Abby, the rescue dog, and we're here by Fidalgo Bay. We don't usually have yachts anchoring this close to shore. Usually they're over closer to the marina over there, Cap Santee Marina. So I'll see if I can zoom in and we can see this. Challenging having the dog also. All right, there we go. Dog is keenly interested in something in the grass, and she pulled me down the other night, so I don't want to let her leap down onto the rocks there. Anyway, there is Mount Baker, and someone I know just spent 6 days up there search and rescue training. That must be an amazing experience. And here is the yacht. Pretty cool. You can see it's tender there. It's pretty big. Again, I apologize for the lack of photographic skills, video skills, but I'll blame it on the dog because she is very excited about things. If we let her off the leash, I'm trying to find her, then she wouldn't come back, we are sure. This is a viewpoint where a lot of kids come and park, and especially in the evenings, we wonder how many children have been conceived here at the little mini park. So it's July 9, and I think it's about 85 degrees out. Very unusual. Some people in the background are having an impromptu political discussion between their cars. Sounds like they know each other, but not something I expected to find at the end of the street with 3 park benches. You never know, do you? Always good for listening for a writer, for dialogue. All right, we'll take one last look at the dog, because dogs are so cute. Hi, honey. Yeah, what a good girl. Yeah. Okay, we'll have a great day, and wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. That was hard to say. Have a great one. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Susan Specht Oram, author of the Millersville Thriller series, and we're here on Fidalgo Bay, taking a look at Guaymas Island in the distance. It's a late July day. Yesterday, when I didn't have my phone, boats were going back and forth. Barges, ships. Oh, it's a quiet time. Let's take a look at the shoreline because it is low tide. Otters sometimes come to shore and walk up the street, if you can believe it. They ate the koi in our neighbor's fish pond. You can almost smell the salty, funky, low tide smell. Comes from the seaweed and decaying material. I grew up on the Great Lakes. Spent my summers on Georgian Bay in Ontario. I welcome that smell of the salty sea. Over this way, we've got 2 refineries. And I'll just take a quick look over here. There's a barge that is going into Cap Santee Marina, I believe, or into the bay by the marina. The engines are so powerful on that tugboat's pushing the barge, that I can hear it a block away at our house. Sounds like whoop, 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 thrumming through the rock that our house is built on. Well, I guess we'll take a look at the refineries, because with the beauty, natural beauty, we've also got 2 refineries that help fund through their taxes, property taxes, I believe, City of Anacortes and the school board, the school district. And the port raised the moorage rates for slips at Cap Sandy Marina, so a lot of boats are anchoring out to avoid the fee. I don't know what it went up to, but that's how my husband and I first got to know Anacortes before we bought a house here and moved here. We had a boat, an old boat at first, 1947 plywood hauled boat, and we stayed at a slip in Anacortes. In the distance there, I think you can see Mount Shuckson, which I've climbed. But that was when I was about 30. Town of Mount Vernon is over that way. We call it the Valley, Skagit Valley. But we have everything we need in the little town of Anacortes. Okay, here comes a cabin cruiser. Oh, there's another barge. I think that's Saddleback Island there, but let's take a look at this cabin cruiser. Now, if the clouds weren't covering it, we'd see Mount Baker right there. And that has the most snow, I think, of any skiing resort. Ski lifts in the United Continental U.S. Latest in the year. I was told by somebody on Wall Street, oddly enough, who was a fanatic, skiing fanatic. It's a gray day, but, you know, calm on the water. Be a great day to be out. You wouldn't be bucking the current or the tides, at least right now. Or the wind. And here comes maybe more of a lobster boat, Maine style. Or maybe not. There's a whole boating culture which I find fascinating, because after my husband sold his 1947 plywood hull boat, built by 3 or 4 laid off Boeing engineers back in the day. Then he bought a newer boat, 1977 boat. And so there's certain things you do and don't do. But it's like living in a small town. You wave at each other, by and large, on the water. Help each other out. If one boater's in trouble, you're actually, by law, obligated to help if you're in the vicinity. You can see in the distance there, Guaymas Island, there's some erosion on the hillside. All right, well, have a wonderful day. I just did some gardening and fended off a mother raccoon and 3 babies. Take care from the Pacific Northwest, and I hope you read my books. I've got 6 out right now. They're mysteries and thrillers set in the Pacific Northwest in a small town. The town is a fictional version of Anacortes, Washington. And the town is called Millersville. And I have one more coming out, Missing Man, the second in a new series in November. Alright, I hope your life is peaceful and you're healthy. And you'll find some joy in your lives today. Share it with others. Take care. Bye-bye. Morning. This is Susan Specht Oram, and we are watching a freighter. The sun is kind of in our eyes. Freighter being pushed by tug. We're in Fidalgo Bay, and the freighter's about to go through Guaymas Channel. And as soon as my dog just hopped up onto the park bench here. As soon as we get a little farther away from the sun, direct light, then we will see the tug and the ship better. The engine makes quite a racket. Engine from the ship and the tug. Typically there would be another tugboat guiding the ship through the channel till it gets out to Rosario Strait, west of Anacortes, Washington. So we're in Washington State, early in the morning. It's a summer day. Do a little sweep of the bay here. Yesterday there was a tanker that wanted to depart the refinery, and had to blow its ship horn 5 times, and that's a danger alert to other ships to get out of the way. But there were little crabbing boats all around that didn't move. Try to zoom in closer here on the ship. And that's Guaymas Island in the background. If you look closely, you can see on the starboard side of the ship, the right side at the stern, there's a tug pushing it, guiding it through the channel. And they're off to go through Guaymas Channel and out to who knows where. They might be going to Bellingham or even across the Pacific Ocean to another country, fully laden with oil. Quite the contrast of a beautiful area and 2 refineries. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, this is Susan Specht Oram, and the author of Millersville Thriller series. Here we've got a tug pulling a barge, and what's fascinating about this on Fidalgo Bay is that there is a cable, a long cable between the tug pulling the barge, and you might not realize it if you're a boater. And if you run between those two vessels, then you could be killed. Your boat could overturn, people could be drowned, and that happened in Victoria, outside of Vancouver, BC. Victoria's on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, years ago. Okay, thank you very much and take care. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Susan Specht Oram, author of the Millersville Thriller series. And way out there in Fidalgo Bay, actually just at the end of Gwyn's Channel, by Gwyn's Island, is a sailing vessel. I'm not sure if it's a schooner or not. I have to look that up. And we can see it's crabbing season. A lot of boats out here. Racing boat. There's a sailboat perhaps leaving Cap Santee Marina. And my dog is trying to explore the smells of an otter, I believe, in the rocks here, so we'll see what she's up to. There she is, keenly interested in the rocks. When I write outside on our front patio, she sits by me on the love seat, which is very sweet. We each have our own cushions. And here she is, nosing about. We have that prong collar on her. I know it looks mean, but she's actually almost pulled me over 3 times in the last month, and then she did pull me over once. So I'm recovering and just fine. Ooh, but I don't know what she's up to there. Come on, Abby. Because it was a little rainwater. Okay, back to the boats. So it's almost the end of July, and you can see the weather. You think, oh, summertime, great time to go out boating in the Pacific Northwest, where we have some of the best boating in the world, people say. But it can be overcast, a bit gloomy, and yet, even though I've got a jeans jacket on, it's 70 degrees out, so it's pretty warm. Sometimes living in the Pacific Northwest just calls around Seattle, or we're about 2 hours north of Seattle, just calls for an attitude adjustment on the gray days. And I'm going to zoom in if I can get the dog to cooperate. Because there are crabbing boats out there, you can see they're picking up the crab pods. Crab pot in the water there. Well, I guess that's it for today, and wish you well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in Pacific Northwest writers, like I am, and hearing from me, and if you're interested in seeing what the Pacific Northwest looks like. And boats. I love boats. Grew up on the Great Lakes, so I was keenly interested when my husband bought his first boat. And then he got a different boat, a bigger, better, newer boat, and that was even more wonderful. But then we sold it, and that's a story for another day. Okay, sorry about this. We're trying to see the dog before we say goodbye. Abby. Abby hails from Texas, and she came up in a big semi-truck through a rescue group. Okay, thanks for being with me and putting up with me, and take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.